It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
with him, Ryland the Kid Magician.
And you, Craig Petty.
Don't I have a cool thing? You've got Ryland the Kid Magician, and I've got Craig Petty.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. When you give me a cool thing, you have to give me a cool thing. Hey, welcome back to Magic TV. It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
with Ryland the Kid Magician.
And Craig the Smelly Poo.
So on this week's show, we're going to be looking at 4 brand new tricks, and we're going to start off by a trick by one of my favourite creators, Perseus Arkomanis from Orion Productions. This one is a good one. We'll have a look at this one first. So first up, we are looking at the amazing Mallows by Perseus and Orion Magic. And what you have here, basically, is you have sponge marshmallows. But you get a whole bunch of... Can you open that for me? I'm rubbish. You get sponge marshmallows, but I love the fact that the packaging is actually... looks like the packaging of some marshmallows, right down to the nutrition facts. Yeah. And some of the routines actually use this packaging, don't they? Now, you can just use these mallows instead of sponge balls for your favourite sponge ball trick. So if you wanted to, you could say, hey, I'm going to do something with some sponge balls, but instead use these marshmallows. And this is the kind of the biggest advancement in sponge ball magic since Jay Sankey's sort of earplugs from years ago. I love the idea of just bringing out some marshmallows and just going into the routine. Yeah. Now, it comes with a little booklet teaching a trick, but then you've obviously got a tutorial as well. And the tutorial is really in-depth, as you would imagine with Perseus. Goes through everything, multiple camera angles, teaches you a whole bunch of different stuff. Now, you could, if you wanted to, do your normal sponge ball routine using these two. Take time.
Okay, so I've got 2 sponge balls here. Now, I want you to check that sponge ball out.
Sponge ball means... I've got 2 mallows, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so check it out. Yep, check
that
one out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put this one in this hand, put this one in this hand. Check like this. You see that they're both now in this hand.
Amazing.
Now look, we'll do it again. Which one do you want?
That one.
That one. Okay, so I'll put this one in my hand, open up your hand, put that one in your hand, and then go on.
Amazing. So you could do that. And as I say, there's many different handlings where you can actually turn them into real mallows at the end. You also get miniature mallows in there as well. So you get like pink ones, you get miniature mallows, you get a whole bunch of miniature mallows. There's routines in there where you get 2 small ones and you put them in their hand and you end up with a load of big ones. 2 big ones end up with a load of small ones. You get size changes. There's so many routines. If you've never done sponge ball magic before, you're going to have so many ideas. Now, you put one of these routines on Instagram, didn't you? And it's the one that is actually described in the booklet, which is kind of like a wild coin, but with marshmallows, which is kind of really weird. Are you just sitting there pretending to eat marshmallows, you weirdo? So let's have a look at this. This is a video that Ryland put on Instagram, just to music. It's one of the routines. It uses a really nice colour change that Perseus teaches in order to do kind of like if you've seen Wild Coin with David Roth's Wild Coin with a cup, similar sort of thing but with a bag. Let's have a look at that.
My sister, she loves marshmallows. This is her packet of marshmallows, and she's got marshmallows here, but the thing is, she's already ate all the strawberry ones, so she's asked me to turn the vanilla into the strawberry. So I'll turn that one into a strawberry, put that inside of there, like that. I'll turn this one into a strawberry and put that one inside of there. And then she's also asked me to turn this final one into a strawberry and put it inside there. But the thing is, when she wants her pink marshmallows, she's gonna have to hurry quickly because when I snap my fingers, magic doesn't last forever, and they all turn back to vanilla.
So there you go. I mean, that's basically what it is. If you've never done sponge ball magic before, this is a great place to start because the instructions are brilliant. You're going to be taught everything from the ground up. If you've got no experience at all, you'll immediately be able to do this. If, however, you have got experience doing sponges, you'll be able to take these and run with them and go in a completely different direction. And I just love the fact that they're a little bit different to sponge balls. They're great. I mean, what do you think? You talk to me.
I think they're really good. I really like them. And I think I'll use them.
You're going to use them?
I think I would, yeah.
Would you prefer these to sponge balls?
Yeah.
You would? Okay. I know that last time you did a close-up job, you didn't take your sponge balls, you took these instead, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that kind of says it all, really. The amazing Mallows.
Marshmallows.
I know. Sorry about the amazing Mallows. Anyway,
Marshmallows. It's Mellows.
I'm going to
give it Mellows.
Sorry. I'm going to give this 95%. I think this is really good. What are you giving it? 100%. It has gone straight into his working set. If you do any type of sponge ball magic, this makes things a little bit different, and it's very, very cool. Yep. I'd highly recommend it. And also the quality of the Mallows are really good as well. Yeah. The quality is good. They're easy to palm. They're a good shape. They're a good size. They're, you know, like Goshman sponge balls. They're just really good. I like them. Goshman, yeah. Well, Goshman, it doesn't matter. I'll explain it later. But that's a nice little inside joke. Anyway, love it. Highly recommended. Let's move on with the next trick. Okay, next up we have a jumbo version of 3-card Monte. Now, the tutorial for this is 2 minutes long, which is kind of all it needs to be. It would be nice to see a live performance. It would have been nice to see a little bit more. But I mean, these things are completely self-working. Now, they come in 2 sizes. You have both sizes. You have the jumbo size here, which are massive.
Stage.
And you also have like the smaller ones that are bigger than normal playing cards. They're kind of more parlour size.
Yeah, for like close-up parlour sort of thing.
Now, if you don't know what these are, it's basically a self-working version of 3-card Monte using these jumbo cards, but they're very highly gimmicked. They're highly gimmicked so that at any point you can show, like at the moment, this is set up for the finale, 3 aces. But at any point, when it's set up from the beginning, you can show any of the cards to be kings, any of the cards to be queens. You can choreograph it in any way that you want, and at the end, you've got a 4-ace finale. Now, you did this on Instagram as well, didn't you? And it kind of shows exactly what you do. Ryland put a little video together for Instagram, just showcasing a couple of the moves that you can do with these. Let's have a look at that Instagram video, and then we'll talk about what we think. Okay, so let's talk about pros and cons. First of all, you and I both really like this. They are very well made. We've been playing around with these for a while, and they're really good. The other thing that you need to know is...
It's clever working.
It's very clever. You couldn't do this close-up.
Unless you had the... I think you could do...
I reckon if people were too close, I think they'd realise what's going on.
Yeah, but when you're turning it around like this, you won't, like...
Yeah, that's what I mean, but... Yeah.
You can't really see that.
No. Yeah, this is, there we go. You don't want to give that away. This is, you know, you've probably seen this technique before, where you can kind of show a king or you can show a queen. But what's really nice is these have got a thing built into them, so you can actually end up with aces as well, which is really good. It's really designed to be a stage piece. The smaller ones are designed to be parlour. This is designed to work on stage.
So you might be able to do it closer.
Maybe.
Maybe give it a go.
You can give it a go close up. Yeah. I think that if I was going to do this, I would absolutely do it on stage, probably to music. I think with the smaller ones, if you've got 3 parlour stands, you know, you kind of, so you're standing these up and you're kind of mixing them around and then showing them they're not where they're meant to be and then putting them back and then the finale. I think you can have this play to a massive audience on the biggest stage. And I think the smaller ones, you can have this play really well as well. I think that, you know, there's no instructions in terms of the presentation. There's no instructions in terms of the routining. But they leave that kind of up to your imagination. I know you've been talking about wanting to do this as a music piece, haven't you? You've not done it yet, but I know you're planning on doing it over Christmas. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say about them. They're quite expensive. think like £160 or something like that. And I think I understand why, because they look really well made. You can tell that they're really well made. These things are going to last. They really are. They look good. They'll look good on stage as well. Yeah. There's nothing really else to say. He thinks you could do them close up. I wouldn't want to do them close up.
Give it a try.
I wouldn't want to do them close up. I think people would kind of see what's going on. I think it's really parlour and stage that you want to do this, or a kids show for older kids. I think would work really well. But yeah, if you're wanting something that packs small, like this would just literally, you just throw this into the back of the car on the back seat. It doesn't take up much space, but well choreographed. This could literally take a 5-minute section of your show to music and just have these there and mixing them all around. It's very easy to follow. I like it. I really like it. I really do. I think this would even make a nice front of cloth piece at an illusion show. What do you think?
I think it's really good.
Would you do it?
Yeah, 100%.
100% as in I would 100% do it, or 100% as in I'm
Both.
giving it 100%?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay. I would do it as well. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because he's nicked both of them, and I'm not paying for another set. But I would.
You could borrow one when I'm not using it.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you for your generosity. That's amazing. I would give this.
You gotta find them.
Thanks. I know where it is. It's in your section of the warehouse, which is taking over the rest of the warehouse. You have so much stuff now.
To find.
Yeah, I'm going to give this 90%. He's giving it 100%. If you're looking for a piece to do on stage, and I know a lot of close-up magicians are looking for a bigger thing to do, when you're transitioning from close-up to stage, this is the sort of thing that you could do. It's kind of will allow you to play things bigger, but take up very little space in terms of the prop. I just think you need something to lean these against. I think that are you planning on using the big set like this or the smaller set?
I think I'll use both.
Okay.
The smaller set for the kiddos and the bigger sets for like the big stages.
For the big stages. I think you'd need some sort of, I think you'd set 3 sort of stands up at 3 different points in the show.
That actually stands out and they go on wire.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then you could show that one and put it in the middle and lean it up on the first one, show the second one, put it there, and then say follow the Queen, and then just turn it around and have music playing as you're mixing the Queen up, and it's not where they think it's going to be. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Okay, very, very good. Highly recommended. If you're a stage performer, definitely. We're going to move on to the next trick. So next up, we have from Sky Member, we have, I think it's Avi Yap, isn't it? Is it Avi Yap, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Avi Yap. It's Avi Yap. Leap of Faith, taking a leap of faith, threaded. Avi's interpretation of the beloved coin magic routine, Charming Chinese Challenge. Look, I've been doing Charming Chinese Challenge for years, and we looked at something recently that was a bit like Charming Chinese Challenge. We didn't like it because it kind of was a step back, in our opinion.
Yeah.
Threaded is not. I think Threaded is fantastic. Ironically, I've been doing something not similar to Threaded, but I've been doing something with one coin. I've been doing a coin and ribbon routine with one coin for a long while now, using the same gimmick that you get in Threaded.
That's clever.
Yeah, but just with one coin. What Avi's done is he's gone in a completely different direction. So he's got 3 coins, which can be examined. They can be very cleanly threaded on the ribbon. One at a time, the coins are going to come off the ribbon. And then they all appear back on the ribbon, which looks amazing. And then you can vanish them all if you want to, or make them all come off at the same time. There's lots of different ways of performing it. Afterwards, you go through bonus ideas and bonus moves. And in all honesty with you, one of the things that he said was the first kind of iteration of Threaded was actually my favourite part of it. So,
What is your favourite part?
a different way to make the coins go on the ribbon at the end. I actually thought it was cleaner. Look, I did a performance of this to the guys in the office. So we'll play that performance so you can see exactly what it looks like. And then after the performance, we'll talk about what we think. Right, have a look at that, Jack. Make sure it's okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it nice?
Okay.
Little ribbon. And I have coins. You can check those out. Make sure they're okay.
Nice.
Little coins with a hole in them. And it's very important that the coins have a hole in them. And the reason that's important is because we're going to take the coins and we're going to thread them onto the ribbon. So we've got 3 coins, 2 hands, 1 ribbon, and a lot of magic is going to happen here. So I want to watch very carefully. 3 coins really do go in the ribbon. Now, sometimes when I do this, people turn around and say that this is an optical illusion. and that the coins really are not going onto the ribbon. That could not be further from the truth. And to prove it to you, I'm going to thread them on. I want you to see that these coins really are going onto that ribbon, as you can see. 1, 2, 3.
They're on there.
And if I hold it like that, you can actually see those coins are right there on the ribbon. Can you see that, Michael?
Yeah.
Good. So 1, 2, 3 coins on a ribbon, and it's time to do a bit of magic. Are you right or left-handed?
Left.
Oh, left-handed. Perfect. Okay. Hold your hand out for me then. I didn't realise you were left-handed.
How long have I worked here?
I just didn't know.
Do you know Michael's left-handed as well?
No, you're left-handed.
Yeah.
He's holding the camera in his left hand.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Ryland's left-handed. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we knew. Your
The
son
entire-
was left-handed.
The entire marketing department is left-handed. That's good to know. Other than me. Right. So you can see that the coins really are on there. Yeah.
Yep.
Just to straighten it up. Perfect. So we'll start. We're going to try and do something kind of crazy, and we'll start off with the middle coin. Middle one's the hardest one. I do all my own choreography. I hope you're impressed by that.
Yes, it's very flawless.
Call that a power move. And what it does is it causes that middle coin to come straight through. Da, 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 da. It's almost like magic. Michael, 2 coins. Can you see them now?
Yeah.
2 coins. I'm going to go again. Let me put that coin away because it'll be easier to follow. Now I'm going to give you a choice here, Jack. 2 coins left, yes?
Yep.
Do you want me to do this next one the easy way or the hard way?
Easy way.
The easy way, okay? The easy way is to just use brute force and,
That's the easy way.
yeah, pull it out. Like that. How weird's that, right?
That's very weird.
So that leaves us with one last one. The last one is the hardest one. Do you have any idea why the last one is the hardest one? There is a reason.
Because there's only one left.
There's only one left. Now before, when I had more than one, it was kind of easy to follow it was harder to follow what was going on because there's a lot to follow. But with this, there's only one. And there's a rule in magic. And the rule is, just when people think they've got the answers to all the questions, you change the questions. In other words, you are fairly convinced that that last coin is going to come off that ribbon.
Yeah.
Because I've done that twice already.
Oh yeah?
So it's time for me to change the...
What?
and have the 3 coins, 1, 2, 3, go back on to the ribbon.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy, right? Okay, so threaded.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's better than Charming Chinese Challenge. It is different. Because of the gimmick, it means that you're not having to carry an extra coin around with you. You know, with Charming Chinese Challenge, you're constantly one ahead, so you're always holding 1 coin out. The advantage of threaded is there's many moments in the routine where they're only seeing 3 coins because of the gimmick.
Yeah.
And it did fool you when I first showed it, you didn't it?
Yeah.
And it also means that the finale looks really good as well. The finale of the 3 coins going back on the ribbon. Although, in all honesty with you, I actually prefer... there's a very good chance I am going to do this. But I'm just going to do it as a standard 3 coin coming off the ribbon thing. I think that the coins going back on the ribbon, I think that doesn't really add much in my opinion. I'd prefer to have the first coin come off, the second coin come off, and because of what you're dealing with in terms of the final coin, you can very easily have the final coin come off as well. And I think I'd prefer to do it that way personally, but it's open to interpretation. The coins are very well made. You get the coins, you get 2 ribbons, you get the gimmick. They're going to last a long time. You can tell these coins are really good. They're as good as the TCC Chinese coins that I use. There is one moment in the routine where he's teaching a sequence at the end, and he teaches somebody else's move, and he says, I'm not going to go into detail on this because it's not my move to teach. I didn't particularly like that because it's a key move in his routine, and he was trying to teach it without really teaching it, and it came across as very difficult to follow. I think that if you're going to include a move that someone else is, and you feel like you need permission for that move, you need to get permission if you're going to include it in the routine. And if you're not going to get permission, and you can't include it in the routine, come up with a different way of doing it. I think that was a negative. But other than that, it's taught very well. The question that everyone's going to have is this better than Charming Chinese Challenge. And I think it's as good as, I don't want to say it's better. There's certain things that Charming Chinese Challenge is better with. I prefer the ending of Charming Chinese Challenge where the coins end up in the spectator's hand. But I do like the fact that there's more moments in this routine where your hands are empty. I mean, and that's basically what fooled you. The moment, I think some people are going to love that moment where the coins go back on the ribbon. For me, I'm not that keen on it for a couple of different reasons. And one is you're having to do quite a tricky move, quite a difficult move, just when the audience are actually watching your hands. But that move needs to be done in order for the routine to work. And it's not an easy move to do, which is why I mentioned earlier, I actually prefer his first version of that. I'm trying to be a bit vague here, but his first version, the 3 coins appear on the ribbon and then takes them off quickly for a variety of different reasons. I prefer that because it eliminates that tricky move. But, you know, he does it really well, so maybe with practice you could. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to play around with it, definitely. As I say, I've got this 1 coin version that I've done for years that's actually, I think, on the Netrix. I would actually... I like the idea of using threaded, getting down to 1 coin and then going into my routine. I think that's quite smart. Would you do this? Because you do Charming Chinese Challenge.
I think I might do it.
Yeah? Thank you for being so... Thank you for putting across such a reasoned, valid discussion. Obviously, that's the reason why you're considered one of the best Magic reviewers on the planet.
Because you talk a lot.
I'm not talking a lot. I'm just telling people what they need to know. You tell them what they need to know.
You're saying that you don't talk a lot.
No, not at all. I don't talk a lot. I'm very quiet and shy. I'm shy. I'm very quiet. I'm very shy. I'm going to give this 95%. What are you giving it?
100.
100% from him, 95% from me. I'm very shy. Okay, so the final trick today that we're going to be looking at is one by Ryland Petty. Woo! It's Wild Cubes. You can tell everyone about Wild Cubes. He hasn't had time to perform it because we're actually squeezing this in between.
Yeah, but I'll be biased.
You can be biased, it's fine. You're going to see a performance of me doing it, but over Christmas, you're going to see a performance of Ryland doing it as well. You're going to see a live performance of Ryland doing it over Christmas at the House of Secrets, which is pretty cool. So you're going to see that live performance of Ryland doing it at the House of Secrets. But first of all, you'll see me doing it on this review show, and then next week you'll see Ryland doing it. But tell everyone what Wild Cubes is and how it came to be.
So, one day, we were doing a review show like this, and then we reviewed a wild card routine, and it gave me the idea to do do it with cubes. So what I did is I grabbed a cube, and then some blank cards and drew some drawings on them, and then came up with a routine with them, but involving a cube. And then I figured out I've got these mixed cubes. One of them solved. We'll put the solve on there. What we need to do is pick any one of the mixed cubes, and then they touch a mixed cube and it matches.
Yeah.
And then I solve the cube, and then I was say whatever happens to the cube happens to the cards, and then I lay half the cards face up, half the cards face down, and then I take the solve cube and then match them up so they're all solved.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah.
I actually prefer, I do so many close-up jobs. I always use this as a lead into Cube 52.
Oh, and you can do a cube matchup as well.
Yes, you can. Well, that's at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't really put the routine in order there, have I? So what you do is you show the cards, 8 face up, 8 mixed, 1 solved. You take the solve card out and show all these cards, and then you say, just say stop. So you're mixing the cube and tell them to say stop. They say stop, you put the cube down. Then you've got the cards, and then you say pick any one of these, and pick it, and then it matches. And you give the cube a little shake, and it solves. And you say whatever happens to the, and then to be honest, you can mix it up again.
Yeah,
so it's all mixed up, and then you lay the cards out, and then you solve all the cards, and then you take the cube and say what happens to the cards happens to the cubes, and you give the cube a shake, and it also solves.
Yes, it does. It's very good. It's a very strong routine. I use it as a lead into Cube 52. Excuse me. I use it as a lead into Cube 52. So
Saying you collect cubing.
yeah, I kind of start by showing them all these mixed up cubes, and I say these are different scrambles. You know, when you're mixing up a cube, you're scrambling it. We're going to try and do something with these. And then when I've finished, I've got the cube left on the table, and I say, well, you know, once you actually start to learn how to solve cubes, you'll probably end up getting one of these, and I'll bring out the Cube 52 deck. And then I go into Cube 52 routines, and it's a great lead into Cube 52. I'm going to show you a performance of me doing it to Jack in the office. He'd never seen it before, so I showed it to Jack. Let's have a look at that performance. So, when you would like Ryland and you're a speed cuber, you can get cards like these. Now, these are cards designed for speed cubers, and you can tell that because they've obviously got little pictures of Rubik's cubes on the back. But these are all different scrambles. Now, a scramble is when you take a cube and mix it up, right? Yeah. There's actually 47 quintillion million combinations or something like that. There's a lot of different variations. There's a hell of a lot, right? And what you would do as a speed cube is you pick one of these out and try and match the cube. It's a lot harder than actually solving a cube, and all of these are totally different. To put 40, there's also even a solved one right there in the middle. To put 47 quintillion million into context, if you took 47 quintillion million Rubik's cubes and laid them next to each other, they would span the circumference of the Earth like about 8 times, and each one of those cubes would look different, and only one of them would be solved. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? We're going to take out the solved one and put it over there. We'll get back to it in a minute. And you're going to pick one of these cubes. Okay. So I'm going to go through, and as I do anytime you want to, just say stop. Stop. That one or that one?
That one.
That one. Are you sure?
Yep.
And change your mind if you want to.
I like that one.
Okay, cool. If you like it, I like it as well. We'll put it right there. Now we're going to mix up this real cube, and like I said, the more you mix up a cube, the harder it is to solve. Excuse me, lots of different combinations. So I'm going to mix it up like this. Anytime you want to, just say stop. Stop. You sure?
Yep.
Okay. We'll put that right there. Now you could have stopped anywhere you wanted to. And likewise, you could have picked any one of these cubes, but you pick this cube right here, and you mix this up to this point. Now, this is what's really interesting. Check this out. If I turn this way, you'll see that this and this actually match. Look at that side. There's a strip of orange just there, white, blue, and red. Oh my God. Look at that side there. There's a blue, there's a green, and there's a yellow. And on the top, you've got orange and blue, yellow and orange, and yellow, green, and white.
That's mad.
Isn't that crazy?
That is very crazy.
And I love that. I think that's amazing. But you know, when I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig.
What's your name?
Because that's my name. They say, Craig, that's pretty impressive.
That is pretty good.
But there's a problem. And I always say, what's the problem? And they say, well, you know, when you bring out a Rubik's Cube, the thing we expect you to do is solve it. Can you solve the Rubik's Cube? And honestly, unless I've got Ryland with me, the answer is no. I can't. But I'm a magician, so what I can do is I can solve the pictures of the Rubik's Cubes. Sounds crazy, right? Watch.
Very crazy.
If I take this one and do that, it solves.
What?
Let's do it again with this one. You see this one here?
Yeah.
All you do is you wait a second. That one solves.
Where are they going?
We'll do it again with this one. Well, they're not going anywhere. They're actually solving right in front of your eyes. This one, you actually see it happen. You see it there, yeah? You see it's all mixed up?
Yeah.
You actually see it solve.
How?
Let's try this one. Snap your fingers. Turn it over.
It's solved.
You're a wizard, Harry. Try that one as well. Try that one. You're getting so good at this, man. I tell you what, we'll do both of these at the same time. We'll do this one and this one at the same time. Snap over. 2 snaps, because there's 2 of them. Turn them over.
They're solved.
They're solved. And what we managed to do here is we managed to take every single one of these cubes and we managed to solve every single one of them, which is great and magical, but there is a problem.
What's that?
Well, the problem is, it's all good and well and good and everything like that, but the problem is, people always say, Craig, can you solve that one? And the answer is no. I mean, it's very difficult to know how to solve a cube unless you're a magician. And I am a magician, which means I can solve this in 1 second when you say go.
Go.
That's a second, right? And now, solve everything.
That's really good.
Jack,
yo.
I'm going to mix this up.
Nice.
Like this. And obviously, I want to make it really mixed. So what I want you to do is, anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
There.
Yep.
You sure? Cool. So, I've got these cards, and each one of them has a picture of a solved Rubik's Cube on it. This one here is card number 1. This one here is card number 2. This one here is card number 3. And this one here is card number 4. 4 cards, exactly.
Very creative names.
Yes. So 4 cubes. We're going to try and do something with these 4 cubes. I want you to watch specifically this one. Because you see, if I take this and I tap it to the cube, what happens is that one cube there actually gets mixed up, right? But here's the interesting thing. It gets mixed up in a way that matches this cube. Look, white, red, blue, yellow. Look at this side. Orange, yellow, blue, red. Look at this side over here. You've got white, blue, red, green, orange, blue.
It's a replica.
It's kind of weird, right? It's weird, but I can take these cubes and I can actually do that. Let me do it again. Watch this one in the middle. That one there, right in the middle. All I have to do is this. And that one does exactly the same thing, right? So that's 2. So we've taken 2 mixed up cubes and matched them to the cube over here.
That's weird.
Let's try it again. Watch. We've got 2 cubes left. This one and this one. I'll tell you what, don't watch this one. Watch this one. Yep, that one goes as well.
Oh.
So now we've got 3 cubes that are exactly identical to that. And we've got one last one that's left to go, which is this one. This is the hardest one, but let's see if I can do it. Watch, all I have to do is just tap. That one goes as well. So now we've got all 4.
What are you gonna do?
Here's the interesting thing, right? That's pretty cool, but watch this. I managed to take the pictures of all 4 cubes and change them so they match this cube. But if I take this cube and I just shake it, it solves. And then if I tap these cards here, what's interesting is now each one of these cards
All solved.
is solved again.
That's really good.
Now on the project, there's lots of other routines, isn't there? We talk about a in the hands wildcard version. We talk about an ungimmicked wildcard version. We talk about a Monte style routine. There's a bunch that we actually have included in there. It's kind of more of a project than a trick, but the main trick is the one that you just saw that Ryland described. Look, Rubik's Cube magic is really cool. I do a lot of cube magic. He obviously does a lot of cube magic. This is a great way to actually do cube magic without needing to know how to solve a cube. Yes, you're going to need to learn the timing force with the cube, which we teach. Yes, you're going to need to learn how to do the shake solve with the cube, which we teach.
I don't think you've ever taught, have you?
It's now on cube 52. So it's on cube 52 and on wild cubes. Those are the only 2 places it's at.
And it's on the Netrix.
It's not even on the Netrix.
Don't put it on there.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't put it on there.
Okay. But it's on cube 52, it's on the wild cubes, and that's it. But you don't have to use a cube. You could just have the cards and you could just do a wild card routine with cubes on the cards. If you don't want to use the cube, you don't have to.
Yeah.
If you do want to use the cube, you're not actually having to mix the cube up. You're just learning an algorithm that mixes it up, the cube 3 algorithm, Brundage algorithm, and then you're learning how to solve the cube. I love it. I love this trick. I'm giving it 100%. Obviously, I'm biased. It's an Alakazam trick, so he's biased anyway, but he's doubly biased as it's his trick. But what are you giving it?
120.
120%. 121%, because it's even better than your normal Alakazam trick. 121% from Ryland. If you want a really cool, fun packet trick, then Wild Cubes is absolutely the one to go for. And I'm very proud of you that you have released your first magic trick to the magic community, and you released it at the age of 10. Well done.
Thank you.
Boom.
I'm 11.
Yeah, but you released it at the age of 10. 121% from Ryland, 100% from me. It's in my working set. I can't give it a higher recommendation than that.
There's another Visa in the bag. That's another Visa in the bag. There's another Visa in the bag.
Thanks for not hitting me. I'm not well today, am I? It is another review show. Oh, come on, be nice. It is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us on Magic TV. We'll be back again next Wednesday with another review show. And obviously, we'll be back tomorrow. What the hell is that?
It's a Rubik's Cube, though.
How is this a Rubik's Cube? He's got so many weird cubes.
This is weird. This looks like a 5x5, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not 5x5.
Why?
You can only turn it this way.
Why?
Look. Because look, these pieces don't turn, look.
You've got so many weird cubes. Do you know how to solve this if I mix it up?
No.
Guys, thank you once again for joining us. We'll see you again. Don't forget to follow Ryland on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Ryland the Kid Magician. Don't forget to follow us on Magic TV. And if you want to join the Netrix, go to www.thenetrix.com. What the hell are they? What are these? You've got so many weird cubes. We'll be back again next week. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
We'll see you again next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.